Welcome, radiant souls of the Leo tribe, both longtime legends and curious newcomers to Golden Fortune Leo, a sacred space crafted especially for the brave-hearted and the bold-spirited. If you've stumbled upon this channel wondering if the cosmos has something personal to say to you, the answer is a thunderous yes. And not just because it's your season, but because August 2025 is no ordinary chapter in your journey. It's part of what I, after decades of studying astrology, human psychology, and the deeper teachings of Eastern philosophy, humbly recognize as a karmic turning point in what we call the Year of Triumph. Now, let's talk structure before we dive deep. This month's reading isn't just a casual card pull. It's a finely woven spiritual spread, 3 tarot cards from the revered Vidente de Luz deck, a transformation oracle for emotional clarity, a potent passage from Espejismo de la Luz en la Tierra, and yes, what I affectionately call a divine lottery ticket, a handwritten message pulled from our glass jar of rainbow-hued papers. Laugh if you must, but these little notes from the universe have been disturbingly accurate, like a psychic fortune cookie with better karma. We begin this month's guidance with a sacred invocation, calling in the presence of God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, guardian angels, and ascended masters. And no, this isn't just ceremony for show. If you're going to navigate the lion-hearted terrain ahead, you'll need backup from realms beyond. The opening message? See with new eyes. That person who's been testing your last nerve? That obstacle that won't budge? It's not punishment, it's a portal. What looks like a thorn in your paw might actually be the lotus root of your next breakthrough. And here's where my years of spiritual psychology kick in: the things that trigger us the most are often mirrors, not monsters. The one who irks you might just reflect something you've yet to own within yourself. Don't worry, I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm saying it's your opportunity. Leo, this month invites you not to roar louder, but to listen deeper. Sometimes, the strongest move isn't to fight, it's to reframe. Because power, true power, isn't about domination. It's about discernment. So whether you came here looking for love, clarity, abundance, or just a break from whatever Mercury is retrograding this week, know this: you're not here by accident. You are, quite literally, being called to rise not just as a Leo, but as one of the chosen ones. And August 2025? It's your stage. The lights are on. Now step forward and show us what royalty in ascension looks like. Ah, Leo. When August hits, the cosmic spotlight swings your way like a Broadway follow light, and let's be honest, you love it. And rightly so. This is your time to shine, not just on the outside with your unmistakable flair, but on a soul-deep level. As someone who's spent decades decoding the language of the stars, reading ancient texts, studying archetypes, and sipping tea with Buddhist monks, well, metaphorically, I can tell you this birthday season isn't just about cake and compliments. It's a sacred threshold. The energy of August 2025 arrives warm, rich, and buzzing with the symbolism of renewal. For many Leos, actual gifts may come your way. Flowers, heartfelt messages, maybe even a long overdue apology from that friend who ghosted your birthday last year. You know who I'm talking about. But even if the humans forget, the universe won't. One of the visions that came through this month is a valley overflowing with flowers, not those sad gas station roses, but lush, radiant, otherworldly blossoms. This isn't just pretty imagery. It symbolizes a wave of peace, abundance, and emotional grace rising within you. Now here's the kicker, Leo, you're stepping into emotional sovereignty. That's right. No more bending over backward to please people who wouldn't notice your light if it blinded them. You're being asked to reclaim your inner throne with maturity, not drama. The kind of regal energy that doesn't need validation to feel valuable. You've earned it, and the universe knows it. But of course, every Leo knows that to sparkle on the outside, you've gotta feel lit from within. That's where the tools for inner peace come in. Whether it's gospel, sitar music, Buddhist chants, or just your go-to Beyoncé playlist, cleanse your space. Light some incense, say a prayer, blast a sound bowl. Your aura deserves maintenance just like your mane does. And heads up, folks from Sagittarius, Cancer, and Aries might come knocking this month. Maybe for advice, emotional support, or just because they remembered how warm your energy is. You might groan and say, ugh, not again, but let's be real, you love being the wise, fiery counselor. It feeds your soul in ways only the chosen ones understand. And in the year of triumph 2025, this kind of heart-centered leadership? It's not just helpful, it's your destiny. Ah, Leo, when the stars talk, I listen, and right now they're practically shouting your name across the cosmos with a glitter cannon. As someone who's been swimming in the deep waters of astrology, Jungian psychology, and a dash of Buddhist wisdom for more decades than I care to count, let me tell you, this moment in your life isn't just another chapter. It's a plot twist. And the tarot? It's rolling out receipts. We begin with the Nine of Cups, often dubbed the wish fulfillment card, and for good reason. This isn't some fluffy dream board nonsense, this is deep soul-level satisfaction. It's that prayer you whispered into the dark, that thing you cried about at 2 a.m. while pretending you were just watching a sad documentary. Yeah, that's the thing that's shifting now. The emotional drought? Over. The financial stress that's been clinging to you like an emotionally unavailable ex? Finally losing its grip. In fact, if debt's been stalking you harder than someone creeping your Insta stories after ghosting you, relax. There's real energy now for breakthrough, closure, and possibly a financial glow-up you didn't see coming. Now let's slide into the Oracle card, Emotions. This is your soul waving a white flag and saying, okay, I surrender, to joy. Around your birthday, yes, right when everyone's pretending they forgot and then surprise you with cake, your heart chakra will practically throw a disco ball in your chest. Get ready for unexpected good news, job offers, surprise checks in the mail, or someone who previously left you on read finally sending a meaningful yes. These aren't coincidences. This is spiritual math. And just when you thought the universe was done pampering you, along comes the Page of Wands, your creative spark, reignited like a phoenix doing jazz hands. This energy is playful, potent, and a little chaotic, in the best way. The downloads will hit fast, ideas for projects, businesses, or finally launching that TikTok series where your cat dramatically reenacts its past lives as an Egyptian priestess. Whatever it is, start. Don't overthink it, and please, for the love of Buddha and all things sacred, don't let perfectionism kill your momentum. Not everything needs to be Grammy-worthy on the first take. One small warning: if you've been DIYing with toxic materials, yes, I'm looking at you, Leo, with the eco-friendly varnish that smells like alien tears, pause. You're too brilliant to be gassing yourself out. Upgrade your tools, literally and metaphorically. The energy around you is pure fire, don't snuff it out by ignoring your own well-being. Bottom line? You're not just manifesting change, you are the transformation. And this is only the beginning. Let's get one thing straight, Leo, true strength isn't always about roaring the loudest in the room or showing off your metaphorical, or literal, mane. Sometimes, it's about the quiet resilience you carry through storms that would have knocked lesser mortals flat on their backs. As someone who's spent decades studying the dance between astrology, human psychology, and a bit of Buddhist wisdom, I'll tell you this: power isn't always noise. Sometimes it's poise. And this August, the universe is handing you that next level kind of power, the kind that knows when to fight, and more importantly, when to walk away with your crown perfectly unshaken. This month marks a spiritual jailbreak. Whether it's a toxic job that feels like a prison sentence, a dependency you've quietly tolerated, or a belief system that's just outdated, like dial-up internet, you're being gifted the strength to cut the cord. And you're not just walking away, you're floating out like royalty on a chariot made of pure self-worth. Now, about this death and rebirth moment, don't panic. We're not talking actual doom and gloom. This is about the death of your limitations. The karmic cycles you've been trapped in? They're crumbling like a stale cookie. Your old identity, complete with outdated coping mechanisms and survival patterns, is going up in flames. But don't worry, this is the good kind of fire. Think, Phoenix in Prada. Yes, darling, you're burning it all down just to rise up more fabulous and spiritually aligned than ever. You might also feel forgiveness creeping in, especially for someone who's been renting space in your mind for years without paying emotional rent. You know exactly who I'm talking about. That quiet resentment? It's melting. The universe is gently nudging you to drop the baggage so you can run, dance, or at least stretch without it. And speaking of stretching, we've got a little health download. If your knees, back, or joints are acting up, don't just brush it off. Your body is your soul's oldest roommate. It knows the drama before your brain even catches up. That stiffness? It's not just aging or bad posture, it's structural stress. Your foundation, physical, emotional, spiritual, is asking for change. It's time for better habits, better alignment, maybe even a better mattress. Bottom line? You're not just evolving. You're rebuilding. And this version of you? Stronger, lighter, and a whole lot wiser. Alright, Leo, take a deep breath. Let's talk about destiny, divinity, and that blazing fire in your chest that refuses to dim, no matter how tough the road has been. You didn't stumble upon this reading by accident, no, darling, this is what we call a cosmic appointment. A sacred check-in between your soul and the divine blueprint you signed up for long before you strutted onto this earth. Let's start with the divine download, shall we? Message number 28 from Espejismo de la Luz brings us one powerful word: imagination. And no, your daydreams aren't just mental fluff. Those vivid visions you've been brushing off as fantasy? They're sneak previews, sacred trailers from the divine, showing you what's already manifesting behind the scenes. You've been soaring mentally, and now, Spirit is handing you the boarding pass to bring those dreams down to earth. Buckle up. Then there's the message pulled straight from the legendary glass jar of rainbow wisdom, and it's no joke, your house will be filled with light. And no, not just from the LED bulb you finally replaced in the kitchen. We're talking spiritual luminosity. Your home, your heart, and your entire energetic field are going through a divine deep clean. The cosmic Swiffer has been activated. It's a reset, a karmic cleanse. So step into it with that royal posture of yours. Head high. Shoulders back. Crown secured. Now let's wrap this up with a truth bomb from the heavens. This isn't just a reading. It's a soul contract update. Your higher self has been nudging you, lovingly but firmly, whispering, "Are you ready to live like the light you came here to be?" This August, I say you answer with a big, bold yes. Say yes to joy. Say yes to the version of you who doesn't dim their shine to make others comfortable. Say yes to the divine plan that's been patiently waiting for your green light. Because Leo, this isn't just your month. This is your return. Your roar will echo with purpose, your light will soften even the hardest of hearts, and you'll finally remember that the most powerful lions, they don't need to prove anything. They just are. So go out there. Celebrate. Rest. Dance under the moon. Buy yourself those overpriced flowers. And if this message lit a fire in you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Golden Fortune Leo, where astrology meets soul, and where Leos come to remember who the hell they are.